What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the BSBN podcast. I'm your host, Patrick, and to the left of me, we have Dan the Man. What is up, Danny? How you doing today, bud?
Nothing much. Doing good.
All right, glad to hear it.
Doing pretty good.
Um,
Can't complain.
I want to talk about something real quick. Or I'm actually gonna put the topic up here now. I want to talk about the Knicks, right? We want to talk about the Knicks 29-point comeback. But I kind of do want to address something real quick, if you don't mind. Because I think it just needs to be talked about. I feel like all of New York needs to talk about it more. I think everyone of New York sports.
I don't think it's just a New York sports thing. I think it's every single
Sure, but like for
sports
me,
team.
absolutely 100%. But
This
see,
drama should not be happening.
100%. But I'm a New York guy, so for me, I like whatever. Everyone else wants to make themselves look like fools. Whatever. Let them do what they want. It's not my business. But I'm a New Yorker. Our business is literally our business, and that's it. I don't care about what goes on in other places. I hope that they, don't do it either. But like New York is where I'm focused at here right now. Man, I'm not like I'm gonna just start this off by saying I am not like a huge basketball guy. I will cheer for the Knicks because they're from New York. I'm always gonna rep New York, right? For the most part, unless it's the New York Islanders, go fuck yourself, New York Islanders. But for the most part, though, for the Knicks, I'm gonna root for them. I grew up a Knicks fan. At least, like in my house, it was always Knicks. If it was basketball, but basketball was never really seen too much in my house. I do follow it on my own now, but I'm going to say this just as not even as a basketball fan, a Knicks fan, whatever the case is. I'm going to say this as a New Yorker, straight up. What I witnessed after Game 3 of the finals here for the NBA, for the Knicks here, watching them lose sucked, right? Don't get me wrong. It did suck. It stung a little. But that does not mean you start jumping people outside of the stadium for wearing Spurs jerseys. It does not mean you start like jumping on people's cars, let alone other New Yorkers' cars, especially when they won. Well, in Game 4, happy they won. It was a historic thing. We're going to talk about it. It was a great moment for New York. Y'all start smashing in windows and shit like that. We're still, again, jumping people that are wearing Spurs jerseys. Like, what is going on?
It gives the Philadelphia behavior, and
Like,
it's not.
It's foolish shit. It's dumb. It's dumb as hell. I don't care. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy the damn moment. When the Giants won, I enjoyed my moment, right? Because I'm a huge Giants fan. I love football, so I went to the Giants parade twice. But when we went, I didn't destroy nothing. There was no destruction. I mean, there was shit that was going on. There was heavy stuff, but I didn't like go for that either. I condemn that too. I'm not going to just say it's basketball fans. It's just for any sport, period. If the Rangers won, you damn right I'd be in New York City freaking like yelling up a storm, but I'm not going to be breaking people's shields in, jumping on top of cars, let alone I'm way too big to be jumping on damn cars anyway. And my 32-year-old knees wouldn't let me do it anyway.
Car.
I'll break the car. I think it might flip. But for the most part though, but for real though, that was embarrassing. That was legit embarrassing. Like I don't want to, you got to think there are people that are going to travel to, San Antonio. We're going to travel otherwhere. New York travels well. Do you think those people deserve to get like jumped and stomped on and kicked and their shit smashed or their jerseys that they paid their hard-earned money to get ripped up and their hats thrown on the ground and stomped on? Like, that's not just sports, bro. Y'all are all being disrespectful as hell for no reason. It gives a bad vibe. It's terrible. No, you're not fans.
At that point, you're not a fan of the team. You're a hooligan. You're just somebody trying to mess up, trying to cause drama, get rowdy. It's not. You're not a fan. You're a troublemaker at the end of the day.
I love the usage of hooligan here. I didn't realize we were 90 years old, Edith.
I mean, that's the only term that really came to mind.
Listen, okay, whatever, hooligans. It is what it is. Everyone's damn hooligans. You better watch out. You stay off Dan's lawn.
No, but it's just, it's at that point you're not a fan, and I know people want to say, "Oh, Knicks fans did this." I don't consider them part of the Knicks fandom. And I don't consider anybody that does that, and this goes for any sport and any team you represent. I don't consider you part of the fandom if you just going there to cause trouble.
And even if you do, even if you were to consider yourself a part of the fandom, even though you're doing that, he's like, oh, I'm just a diehard, or I'm just enjoying the moment. It's like, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. And for those saying, oh, but other people do it, okay, so what? We're in New York. Hold yourself to a higher standard than whatever the hell they're doing. Why the hell do we have to stoop down to what the fuck they're doing? Like, I'm sorry, it's
And this
dumb
is
as
another
shit.
thing too. I'm not just saying this for the kids that did this. I'm saying this for adults too. You mix
It's mainly
alcohol at any
adults.
event. No, I know, but I saw videos of teenagers that looked like they were teenagers doing it too. And I'm just saying now, when you mix alcohol at any of these events with adults, you're just asking for trouble. So I mean, I get these stadiums want to sell alcohol and everything, but I mean, it comes with the territory when you have these adults that don't know how to behave when they have alcohol in them systems, wanting to just cause trouble and make mayhem
Hey man,
happen.
listen, I've gotten drunk, I've had fun before. But again, I've never smashed property.
I'm not
People are,
saying you. I'm saying some people that
yeah,
can't handle the
obviously,
alcohol.
yeah, but I mean, people really got to realize, like, bro, what you're doing is affecting other people. There's no reason that people should be going to, to New York and going, man,
Well, Pat, we're 30-year-old. We've matured in ways that I think are surpassed our age.
bro. Even if I
I
was
don't think
young,
other people can mature. I don't think other people have the mature level that
bro,
I don't know how that elevate that quickly.
look, even
Some
when I
people
was a
take it
teen,
slower.
when I was a teenager, I used to fight a lot. I fought a damn lot. But I'm still not out here like, being an asshole to every person that I ever saw. I fought a lot of people, but I've still never just sat there just going, oh man, yo, you're wearing a different jersey, or doing this or whatever you're doing, or you're just like you're here in New York and we're having a big moment, so therefore I'm allowed to do. Not like you can't. It's screwed up. That's messed up. It's messed up as
I
shit.
went to I mean, I'm gonna say this because I experienced something like this at a Ranger game. I went to a Rangers Devils game at the Garden, and I told you about this story. I went with one of my friends, and it was the game that went to OT, where Jelinek scored. Jelinek from the Devils scored in OT.
Right.
This is going back to like 2012, and me and my friend are at the game, and a Ranger fan is yelling at him because he's cheering for the Devils every time they score or whatever going on. And I'm like, don't get me wrong, I get why people do that, but at the end of the day, you're cheering for a team you want to represent. I don't see a problem with that, and I don't know why people see problems with that.
I don't have a problem with it. I don't mind trash talking one another. Trash talking is one thing. It's like when you used to get physical. Like I'll go back to a couple of years ago when
I
the
said it was gonna
Rangers.
get physical, and I was not looking to fight at a
Oh
fucking
yeah, yeah. No,
at MSG.
if it was going to get physical, that's one thing, right? And that's not okay. But if you're just trash talking each other for the fun of the game, I've sat next to so they're in the Stanley Cup final. When I went to Hurricanes games, in New York, it was Hurricanes versus the Rangers. I sat next to people that were cheering for the Canes. I've talked with them. We've trash talked and shit like that, but it never got
Yeah,
physical
friendly banter.
because for me it's a sports team. I'm not getting rowdy. I'm not becoming an asshole just for the sake of sports. But anyway, though, I feel like it's talking about it a little bit much. I just wanted to talk about it real quick because it was just on my mind. It was bothering me. I know Vic really badly wanted to talk about this as well, but he unfortunately with this week's scheduling with how we had
He's
everything
busy.
go, he's
He's a busy
busy,
Vic.
and we kind of messed up. I kind of messed up the scheduling for this week anyway. So it all just didn't line up. So, but he'll be back soon. Hopefully this upcoming Tuesday. We'll see. But we'll see. But yeah, let's get into the positives, right? Let's get into the good stuff about New York. Let's get into what's happening now. And in game 4, the Knicks come back from a historic 29-point comeback. Never been done in NBA Finals history. 29 points. This game looked like it was wrapped up in the first half. New York was embarrassing. I had to turn off the main TV and kept it on my computer so I could listen to the game. And
Listen, I'm pretty sure we were talking about this before when they were down, and I know we were talking about this because I said one of the reasons why I don't watch basketball is because I feel like it's so easy for one guy to carry the game. And I said this because you mentioned it. You said Jalen Bronson was just trying to be the guy that was taking possession, having the possession most of the time. And I said, I think it's dumb how easy that you can do it and how easily that can be done in basketball. And I think that it's not one person should not be able to take a team and carry them to win a game. And the fact that they came back, and I get it, Brunson had a 36-point night, and yeah, he had assists, but the Knicks has been doing something all this postseason, and they've been chipping away at these large victories or these large deficits that they encountered. I know with the Cavs in game one, they were down, and this is going back to the opening. I don't know what the opening round is called in basketball,
I think it was
but this is
round
going
one.
back. Yeah, it was against the Cavs. They were down in game one, and they came back from a 22-point deficit
That was round
carried
one.
over. Yeah, I
No,
think so.
no, it wasn't. It was not. The Cavs was the. I think it was the Eastern Conference Finals. I think you're all messed up. I think you're absolutely messed
Oh
up. I
no,
think
that was the
Eastern,
Cat.
it was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Eastern
yeah,
Conference
yeah.
Finals. I'm like, okay, no, I think they versed Atlanta in round one. And then versus
Yes,
Atlanta,
yes,
it was
yes.
Atlanta, Boston. No, Atlanta Sixers, Atlanta Sixers, and then the Cavs.
Yeah, they were down to the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals by 22 points, and they came back and chipped away at the victory and won that game.
Yep,
And it carried them to win the series 4-0.
yep.
Something like that, and coming back from a 29-point deficit, you have to just chip away. You have to take it, like Bronson said in his interview, you have to take it and chip away by singles, doubles, just chip away slowly. And they did that. And I can see this being something that the Spurs don't rebound from, because coming down and choking that hard
Yeah,
to
it's bad.
where you have 75 points in the first half and you only have 30 in the second half, you choked. And don't get me wrong, I know Fox is getting a lot of hate, and I get it. It's a game time decision where he went up for the layup and didn't want to dunk the ball to score when they had the possession that led to the OG block that led to that possession the Knicks had to win for the OG tip-in. But
It was insane.
I get it. People wanted him to hold on to the ball to run out the clock. I get it. But in the spur of the moment, you don't know what you would do in that situation. You don't know if you would run out the clock. You don't know if you would go up for a shot. You don't know. It's all spur of the moment. These guys are thinking right there and then. Is it a dumb decision that he made? Absolutely. But you can say that from the outside looking in. But if you were on the inside, you don't know how you would react in that situation. But I think that this is going to repel the Knicks to win the championship, because coming back, choking that hard, and it's hard to come back from a 29-point deficit that you choked, that you had the game in your hand. The momentum is totally on the Knicks side from here on out.
That was the best game I've seen of Jalen Brunson all finals. Like the entire finals, I felt like he was very off for games 1 and 2 and 3. He still got his points. Don't get me wrong, but he was off for like the last 3 games, and that just is
He
what
was
it
off
is.
this game too in the first half.
In the
He
the
didn't.
first half, yeah, he was off a bit, but he ended up getting his groove. They finally found his groove, and it came through. But you know what? Screw Brunson real quick, okay? Because you know what? Brunson played his ass off. He did great, and I'm happy for him that he found his groove. But OG having 33 points this game, like, first off, is crazy good. 7 for 9 on the 3-pointers, 6 for 6 on free throws, 4 rebounds. Like, he played so damn well. So damn well. The blocking, everything just from him was pure amazingness. And like, he was the MVP of this game. I don't care. Like, Brunson did his thing as well, but he is the absolute MVP for this game in particular. I'm taking OG as as my MVP. He had that, and again, that clutch tip in right at the end of the game.
That's gonna be a moment that goes down in New York sports history.
You're gonna look at that as like a top 5 moment, like in New York Knicks history as general. That's
Not
gonna
just
be
New York
that's
Knicks
gonna be
history.
known in New
That's
York
in New York
sports
sports
100%.
history.
That's up there with the Tyree catch.
With the Mario Manningham catch.
Mario Manningham. I think the Tyree catch. Like I'm talking New York sports total. Like Mario Manningham catch was great. For me, I'm looking at
that led to that. That led to that. Everybody forget that led to that. That put them in the David Tyree spot for him to make that catch.
what? You're getting games
Yeah.
confused. No, Mario Manningham.
Wait,
You're getting games confused.
I am.
Yes, Mario Manningham was 2012. Tyree was 2008, 7, whatever. You're getting them confused. Mario Manningham was the second championship.
I mean, the Plexico Burris catch. That's gonna go down, and
No,
that's
no,
a top moment.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Oh yes, it is.
No,
Because
it's not.
sealed. That
No, it's
sealed
not.
the championship.
No, it's not. This was a topic that I was actually going to bring onto this week's podcast, was top 5 moments in New York sports history, and I decided that we would do it next week because I figured, hey, the Knicks win the championship, maybe a moment like what we just saw in Game 4 ends up happening. So I'm leaving that for next week. I'm not going too heavy into this because I have a top 5 that I want to talk about and I want to discuss this. Plaxico Burris' catch was a basic catch. To me, it's nothing. They had nothing. It's like, okay, cool. It's the play that I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Okay,
No,
we'll
we're not
get
going
into
to
it
this.
more next
We're not
week.
going to this. Right now, it's about the Knicks. We're not talking all about everyone else. We're talking just the Knicks right now. And that tip-in will be replayed for ages. That tip-in from OG will absolutely be known for ages. And Knicks fans better appreciate it. And hopefully,
Listen,
the Knicks seal the deal in Game 5.
whoever has their ticket, if you're a Knicks fan and you still have your hard copy of the ticket, you better get that ticket framed.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. That was a crazy game. Everything just from start to back. How do you feel? Really quickly, how do you feel about the celebrities all being there? Like not the New York diehards that we already know there, like Spike Lee and stuff like that. I'm talking about like Taylor Swift and whatnot, and other people that aren't really like diehard fans that they aren't New York based.
Don't care.
You don't care? Yeah, I for me, I'm like, why are they there?
Listen, I'll say this time and time again. When you make tickets as expensive as they are,
True.
You're favoring these celebrities to buy the bulk of the majority of the tickets.
True. And by the way, even if the Knicks win, I'm going to say this, even if the Knicks win this championship, I'm still going to say this, fuck Dolan. Okay? Continuously fuck Dolan. Because his greedy ass and his stupid shit. Oh my lord, I'm sorry. I saw his interview, that his radio thing that he did, and I was like, you greedy, selfish bastard. I don't know. I can't stand him. I really hope he sells his team to someone else. I want him out of this damn team. I want him out of both teams.
Not the Knicks. He can handle the Knicks.
No,
sell the Rangers away from him.
No, he can't handle the Knicks. He can't. Them winning a championship this time around has nothing to do with Dolan being the greatest freaking owner. That he's still an asshole. He gets lucky. A broken clock is right twice a day, and that's the reason why we only see championships in MSG twice a century, because it's stupid as shit. The Rangers won in '94. The Rangers won in '94. The Knicks won in '73. Right, '73. Well, they haven't won since, and it's like,
I don't know.
I think it was 1973 the last time they won. The last time they were in the NBA Finals, though, was 1999.
Hasn't it been like 50 years or something like that?
Yeah. What other team took 54 years to win a championship? The Rangers. 1940 to 1994. Are you kidding me? And then we haven't seen
another 50 years it'll happen.
I'll be 54. If I'm 54 when they win, I swear to God. Because I won. They won when I was born. I can't keep doing that. I was born shortly after Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Technically, you would be 50 when it happens because you were born in '94.
No, if it happened 54 years later, I'm saying if it took another 54 years later from Stanley Cup Finals that they won, I would be 54 because I was born on the year that they won. So were Actually, but you were born in October, so it doesn't count. No one cares. I was born during the season. You were born the next season. You missed it. You should have been there. That's crazy. I remember I was watching that shit from my crib.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, beautiful.
Yeah, you definitely remember it. You and your baby eyes don't know
Great
saying
moment.
Goo Goo Gaga.
Oh my god, no,
Yeah,
it was
You definitely remember it.
fantastic. Bro,
Yep,
they versed the Canucks,
definitely.
won in Game 7. It was beautiful, dude. Come on now. It was
I get
beautiful.
it. You know your history.
I know, man. I've actually watched the games before too. So but that's obviously it's old, but I had to go back and watch a lot of those old games too. But yeah, the Knicks win Game 4 in spectacular fashion. That was incredible to watch. I don't care about the whole carrying thing or whatever the case is. One player, it does. Again, I'm not a huge into basketball, but for me, not being huge into basketball, that made me jump. I was so ecstatic when they won. I was happy as shit. I was like, dude, that was crazy to watch. And good luck to the Knicks. I hope they win Game 5. And if they don't win Game 5, then it's Knicks in 6, like I said at the beginning, and so did Dan. Actually said Knicks in 6. So hopefully, regardless, they win. I don't care. Knicks in whatever. It could be 5, 6, or 7.
Listen,
Hopefully, it's
I'm
5.
not saying anything. All I'm saying is that the momentum's completely on the Knicks side.
Oh yeah, I know. I hope that
coming
stays.
from that victory.
I hope that stays. I
think the Spurs. If the Spurs aren't internally burning right now, Game 5, we'll see it live in action on internal burning. So I hope. I'm just not saying anything.
You're not saying nothing. That's it. Like you're not going to.
I don't want to jinx it.
If you jinx it, can I send everyone over to you?
No, I will not be known as a jinx.
I want you to be known as the jinx. So I'm gonna go ahead and I think that's like what's fair. You know what I'm saying? I think it's respectable. You're the jinx. It's okay. It's perfectly fine. But switching off of the Knicks real quick. Again, congratulations to the Knicks on winning Game 4. Win Game 5. Bring it home for New York, please. And God's sakes, if they win or lose,
let New York win one.
Please don't start vandalizing shit. Don't be hooligans.
Let us win one thing this generation.
Please.
Well, one championship this generation.
We got the what's it called? We
have
not in
the 2020s. We don't.
No, not in the 2020s. Not in this decade. No, definitely not. But we did have the Giants. All right, Dan. Next topic you were going to bring up
this decade.
Okay. Well, good. I understood what you meant now. I appreciate you clarifying that. Next topic, real quick. We're going to switch over to the NFL. Like an interview happened, and it was with the Browns. We're going to be switching over to the Browns here. Deshaun Watson, coming back off of an Achilles tear, hasn't played since 2024. He's now 30 years old. He had a couple of 4,000-yard passing seasons and whatnot. He had one that was, I think, 3,800 or something like that. But he's now 30 years old, coming off of an Achilles tear. If you're the Browns, right now he is also the Browns starting QB in the depth chart. That could always change. It's off season, obviously. It's probably just practice reps or whatever the case is. Regardless, though, they have Deshaun Watson as the starting QB in the depth chart currently as recording this podcast. That he is the starting QB. Do you start him over Shedeur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel right off the bat? Do you give him the chance to show what he's still got in the tank? Like, do you think that he still has something to push, or do you just give it to the Young Bucks? What's your opinion on this?
I said this from day one when the Browns gave him this contract. When the Browns gave him this $230 million contract,
crazy,
for $44.9 million a year. I said this was going to be the downfall, and this is going to be one of those contracts that were going to be seen as the worst contracts in sports history. This guy hasn't played one full season for the Browns since he's came. 2022, 6 games. 2023, 6 games. 2024, 7. He has been injured prone since he came to the Browns, and this contract is a waste to them. I get it. You wanted to let him have his time because of how much money you gave him. But I think it's time to move on from Deshaun Watson. I don't think you're going to see the Deshaun Watson we saw in 2018, 2019, to where he's putting up 4,000 yards for the Texans, making the playoffs for them. I don't think he's going to be that kind of quarterback again. I think his time is done, and I think you want to give the ball to Shador. Let's see what Shador has in the tank, and see what he could do. I mean, in the 6 games he played last year, he wasn't bad for you guys. Let him get his time to shine in a new coaching system. Yeah, but come on. The old coach was not in any favor helping the situation there.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't think Shador played terrible to the point where I think where fans are blowing it up, but absolutely it had a lot to do with coaching being horrible.
It had to do with that. It had to do the fact with that you didn't build. He only had one wide receiver that was not even helping him catch the damn ball.
Who did they pick up this year in the draft? Did they pick up a wide receiver in round 1? Who did they go with this year?
Who the hell did they go with?
I can't believe it's already I can't believe like we're already at this point where we're forgetting this shit. That's like how much sports go. Okay, yeah, they got Fano on the offensive tackle, and they got Conceptions for wide receiver. They also got Denzel Ball. It's actually 2 good picks for wide receiver. That's actually pretty crazy. They got Denzel Boston and Conceptions, plus plus Spencer Fano for the offensive tackle. That's actually great. That's actually a good starting draft. Okay, continue with your point. I just needed to know. I was like going crazy thinking about that just now.
I mean, Jerry Jeudy was not helping him last year.
No, not really.
So now you give him some capable wide receivers. I mean, don't get me wrong. Jerry Jeudy is capable when healthy and wants to participate in helping the team.
But he's not a number 1 receiver for me. I've said this time and time again. He's not a number 1 wide receiver, and this is where I keep going. It's like you could be number 1 on the depth chart, but you're not a number 1 receiver. And he doesn't have the quality trait number 1. But maybe with a supporting cast, it'll help out a little bit better to make him look like a number 1. Because I just think right now it's not the case. I mean, we've seen it happen with what's his name over on Dallas. You know, like God, am I gonna forget his name now too? Why am I so forgetful today? It's one of those days today. Wide receiver. Yeah, I know. Don't say, oh my God, because now we're going to both look incompetent. You see what happens here?
Not DK Metcalf.
No, it's not DK Metcalf. He's on the Browns.
Who played for the Steelers? What the hell? What's going on with us today?
I don't know. This is where we're at. George Pickens. My God.
Yes.
I could not forget it for some reason. But you have guys like George Pickens. We've seen it happen to the Cowboys, right? Where George Pickens goes over to the Cowboys. And, you know, he plays with CeeDee Lamb. Now, CeeDee Lamb doesn't look like crazy good or anything like that because now George Pickens plays that number 2 role. And, well, he looks amazing. But we've seen what happens when he's on a number 1 role position for a team. And it's not crazy good.
To be honest, I do think comparing George Pickens to Jerry Jeudy, I just don't agree with.
No,
because I've always seen George Pickens as a number 1. I don't see
him as number 1. I see him good as a number 2. I think here, George Pickens to me is not a number 1 wide receiver. He's a number 2 wide receiver. I think he's proven that this season with CeeDee Lamb.
Here's the thing. He is a number 1 receiver. Who did he have throwing him the ball when he was with the Steelers?
Aaron Rodgers?
No.
Oh, no,
Aaron Rodgers was last year.
Yeah, that's right. Who did he have before that?
Who did he have? Kenny Pickett.
Russell Wilson at one point too?
No.
Yes.
Justin Fields he had.
He did have Justin Fields. I could have sworn was he not on the Steelers? Russell Wilson. Did Russell Wilson
was not on the Steelers.
Was he not on the Steelers ever? I could have sworn he was. Am I mistaken? He was in the fucking Steelers. Gaslighting me. He was. He played in 2024. He did play for us. You fuck. You had me all messed up. He did play for it. Damn. I knew you had me so messed up there. I knew it. Granted, it is an older Russell Wilson. I knew I was gaslighting.
Well, listen,
Dan's
Russell Wilson.
He's a gaslighter.
All I remember is the "Let's Ride," and that's all that is imprinted in my head with Russell Wilson.
Which, by the way, congratulations to Russell Wilson.
Country, let's ride.
Congratulations to Russell Wilson, by the way, on his retirement. Hopefully, he, we'll talk about him being a Hall of Famer at some point, because he does have, he had 2 Super Bowls or 1 Super Bowl. I think it's He has
Listen,
whatever it was.
I don't know if he should be Hall of Fame, but
We'll talk
the
about it
Super
another
Bowl,
time.
he has the Super Bowls.
We'll talk about it another time because I think that is a topic of discussion that
When
we should
did
talk
he
about.
have? When did Wilson play for the Steelers?
2024. Go look it up.
Yeah, even then, he only had no. I know, and I'm looking at George Pickens' stats. He only had 900 yards. So yeah, he really didn't have anybody back there at quarterback.
I mean, I don't know. For me, he's still not a number one wide receiver. He's just not. Off eye test alone, like he's not a number one wide receiver. He's like very much
I mean, hey,
he gives up on the
there's
play at
enough
times.
controversy going on in Dallas with this that CD Lamb might want out. I know that was a big all-season topic.
That would be fun. I don't know where I didn't see that at all, but I mean that would be fun. But anyway, though, but back on topic though. So for the Browns, for me, right? Like if we're going over the Browns, if I am them, if I'm the Browns right now, because I have to at least see, right? We have to at least see what's going on. I personally, if I were to start, I would I would have never taken that horrible contract in the first place. Secondly, I like for me, I'm taking Shador Sanders to start the season, but I understand their reasoning for starting Watson if they do start Watson week 1, because you have to at least see what's in the tank. You paid this much money for it, you have to at least see what's going on in the tank coming back, right? I have to at least know, because he hasn't been healthy the entire time. We don't know what it's going to be like. I'm sure he's gotten plenty of massages, to make sure he's okay. And we'll double check, see what's going on week 1 with him. So we'll see, how he is. I would personally start Shador though in this situation, but I guess it's going to be it's up for grabs. I think it is his job to lose Sean Watson. But yeah, I don't know. Like, if he comes out lights out, that's great. But if he doesn't, then you got to give that ball to Shador quick. I'm not wasting time. Don't wait 8 games in. If Deshaun Watson in the first 3 games doesn't look like anything good, pass him off. That's it. Just
this is why the Browns can't land a quarterback. They have their eggs in too many baskets. That leads these quarterbacks to have these kind of controversies going around the locker room.
Yeah.
And I think it's appalling because you had Watson, you draft Shador, and then you didn't even draft Shador. You drafted Gabriel ahead of Shador, and then saved Shador for the 7th round pick.
And now we're talking Shador over Dylan Gabriel because of what we see, and it's like, why would you have drafted him? I'm sorry, I don't understand the reason for Dylan Gabriel going before Shador Sanders. Now, granted, again, I didn't really care for Shador Sanders coming into that draft in the first place, but still, for him to have dropped 5th was crazy.
If it wasn't the last name if he didn't have Sanders as the last name, I don't think the hype would have been as much as it was around him.
It also wouldn't have been as bad. Like, I don't think he would have been. I don't know if it would have been as bad. Like, him not being like drafted all the way down to fifth round.
No,
I don't think it would have been nearly as bad. If granted, he was said to have had. I don't know that though. I wasn't in the room. I couldn't tell you what he said.
It's the off-field stuff that that followed him around. It's a lot of things that made him drop. I don't think it was the talent. It's just a lot. But I agree. I do think if you're gonna have anybody start, I think it should be Shador.
Shador, yeah.
But that contract you gave Watson is hard not to say he's gonna start 1 game at least.
Yeah, I gotta see what it's like. For me, I'm giving him 3 games. 1 game to get his feet wet. You got to do it in the preseason too. He's got to play all preseason games. You got to have him come in because he can't just not preseason game Watson here because you have to play him. He has to see. You have to do it before week 1. Because then you're opening up the door with, the first 3 games or whatever, I'm going to give him another 3 games to see how he's playing. No, start that in the preseason. Let him play the preseason a little bit longer than normal. Give him the most starter reps possible and let him see if he's any good. If you see that he's not, switch out to Shador. and then go ahead and start Shador. And then if you go, okay, well, hey, listen, Shador really won out the preseason or whatever the case is, maybe I will play him. But you can't just hang up on Watson the entire time if he's not playing good the first 3 games of the season. Period. You just can't. You just cannot. So don't extend that too late, because then you're looking at the Browns potentially drafting Archie Manning in 2027. And now you got 3 QBs back there that are all miserable to be on the Browns.
Yep.
So hopefully they turn something around, because you know what? I don't like seeing teams be down like that often like that. I don't want them being horrible for long. Unless they're a division rival, then please, yes, all of them should be horrible besides us. But any other team like the Browns, like I want to see them actually succeed and do something, because again, I like seeing new names in the Super Bowl. I don't want to just see, oh my God, it's the Patriots versus the Seahawks for the 3rd time this season, or whatever the case is. I want to see newer blood in the pool of players in the pool that we see. I would like to see some of the more impoverished places actually get some love and showing up. I would love to see the Raiders in the Super Bowl at some point, or some, just again, a team that we don't see often. The Jaguars would be nice to see. The Titans would be nice to see. The Giants, because I'm a Giants fan and I don't care that we won 2 Super Bowls in the last couple of decades. I still want to see more. But I just want to see different teams in there. But all right, yeah, I just kind of figured. I asked the question of who you feel is going to start, because you know what, he's saying that he was ready to go and he was eager to play, and I was like, okay, let's see how Dan feels about it, because I was genuinely just, I don't know if you actually go ahead and play him, but I didn't know if I was being cutthroat with starting him or whatever the case was. I just
Honestly, the way his career has been and the amount of time we've seen from him in Cleveland, because we've seen about almost 21 games from him, I don't think he's worthy of having the starting job over Shador, but we'll see how he comes back from this injury.
We'll see come game 1. Browns fans, if you are watching, please let us know who you would have as a starting QB, because I'm so genuinely curious, because you know what? Who better than the people who are actually cheering for this team to decide, or to at least, put their input, because I would love to see who the Browns fans feel they should put as the starting QB, because Deshaun Watson right now is the starting QB, or potentially going to be. At least he is predicted to be the starter, so we'll see how that goes. Browns fans, let us know who you feel should be starting QB for your week 1 start this upcoming season. Dan, up to the next topic here. I just wanted to kind of have a little fun. All right, we talked about it with the Knicks a little bit, and it got me thinking. What is your favorite moment, or what is your favorite? First off, what's your favorite sport to go see live? Right? What's your favorite sport to go see live? And what's your favorite in-person moment watching a game versus what's your favorite on TV moment? What are some of your favorite moments here in sports, and what's your favorite sport to go watch live? Because some people have different ones, even from their actual main sport. So I'm just curious to see what you have.
My favorite sport to watch live is hockey.
Wow.
I've been to a Giants game. I've been to multiple baseball games. Just going to a hockey game is just completely different for me. I mean, I get it, it's the atmosphere, but maybe it's because I've just been to The Rock and MSG, and those are the only 2 stadiums I've experienced hockey in. But it's just the atmosphere is completely different. I mean, obviously the building's cold, but that's because of the ice and everything. But it's just amazing. And the action that you see during hockey is just unmatched in any other sport. I feel like, yeah, you see it in football, but football, you have the downtime with players coming onto the field and off the field. You have all these breaks in between. It's just constant action in hockey for me. And what else did you say? I don't know why my memory is so short.
Wow, Dan is just off his
today.
game today, and it's only him. It's not me for sure. It's only him.
No, it's you two.
Nope, it's only you. What's your favorite in-person sports moment that you've seen, as well as what's your favorite TV moment? Like, what's the like? What have you seen in person that you're like, oh my god, this is crazy to see? It could be a moment, or it could be a full game of something, or whatever the case is. Like, what you have fun doing?
My favorite moment was going to. I have such a bad taste in my mouth from this moment, but I can't ignore that it's one of my favorite moments because I told you the story too. I don't want to make it public,
Oh, he lost
but
his virginity in public. That was the
yeah,
whole thing.
yeah, definitely. But I went during Derek Jeter's last year. I went to one of the final
Ah,
games against Baltimore Orioles, and we were at the game. It was tied. I can't remember when it was, but I know it was tied going into the ninth inning, and it was either the bottom of the ninth or the top of the 10th. Jeter was up to bat. The Yankees were not making the playoffs. We were dead last, or one of the bottom of the barrel teams that year. But Jeter did what he did. He came up to bat, got the single past Brian Roberts, and they scored, and he walked it off for the Yankees. And that just, for me, that's one of my favorite moments because Derek Jeter was one of those players that I grew up idolizing because I played baseball, and Derek Jeter was the captain of the Yankees. He had that reputation. Everybody from New York, he was the man at the time. Not many other people were around. I mean, yeah, you had Eli Manning, but if you wanted somebody of caliber that was winning championships at the time, it was Jeter.
okay. What about your favorite moment on TV? Which one of your favorite moments on TV that you've seen?
Have to be, and this is another moment that goes to baseball because I don't think I've ever seen anything like this in baseball, period. It was the Yankees versus the Cleveland Indians in the finals and or in the playoffs. And I remember because I was at Great Wolf Lodge,
Oh,
and
Poconos.
the main topic of this thing was this was one of the worst games that could possibly be for the players because it was like an infestation of gnats surrounding these players. CC Sabathia couldn't pitch for the Indians. I know they're the Guardians.
Well, yeah, were they the Indians
They
at the
were
time?
they were the
Oh,
Indians
okay.
at the
So
time.
whatever. For me, it doesn't matter then at that point. If they were the Indians at the time, they were the Indians at the time.
I mean, I know I'm probably gonna get hate because they're the
Nah, listen,
Guardians.
they're the
So
Guardians now. They're the Guardians now. If it happened this year, then I'd say like, yeah, all right, what the hell are you doing? But like, if they're the Indians
no,
back
no,
then,
no.
then
This
like
goes
for me, it's
back
just
years.
yeah. So
This goes
that's
back
different.
to when they were in the playoffs, and it was just gnats swarmed the field, and they couldn't pitch. It was making the players' life hell. It was crazy. And I don't remember what year that happened in, but I know this is one of the most bizarre moments that ever happened in sports.
If
Because
you
I think they had to postpone the game to take care of the Nats from how
really,
bad they were, and they came back.
the Nats came back, or the Yankees came back. Oh,
The Nats came back in the moment.
wow. That's crazy. As someone who didn't watch that game, I could imagine what I just imagined just now was that the Yankees were going up against the Indians at the time, and the Washington Nationals came on and started beating the shit out of everyone. Is what I just imagined just now in my head. You said the Nats, and I'm thinking the Nationals.
No,
I'm thinking
Nats is
I'm
like
thinking they came
the
out on the field. And
little
bang. Yeah, I know the
those little
flies and
fruit
whatnot.
flies.
Yeah. No, I gotcha. Now, what's it called for me? My favorite sport to go watch in person, and this is kind of, for
Don't
me.
ask me what's my worst moment to watch. No, in
We can
sports.
go over it. I'm kind of curious because I could tell
Oh
you
no, no,
mine.
no, 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 no! I will leave if I have to talk about this.
Oh, fine. That's all it takes. Oh my god. All right. What's your worst moment in sports? What's your least?
No, you can go on about your favorite. Nope,
Oh,
nope,
okay.
nope,
All
nope,
right.
nope, nope.
My favorite sport to go watch in person. And this was kind of hard for me to choose because I I'm hockey's my favorite sport, right? But I've been to more baseball games than I have been hockey. I've been to plenty of games, but I've been to more baseball games. I've been to so many baseball games with my dad as a kid. Um, but I think I'm still going to choose hockey here to go watch because for me, hockey is the atmosphere for me is crazy. I love the energy that goes on in the building. I love watching them live. Some of the seats we've been thankfully ever gotten were some of my favorites to go see, and just I don't know, it was crazy. It was always fun to go see them. You know, every time I went to go see the Rangers, I remember we went to go see. I think it was near my dad's birthday. I think it was near the no, it was near St. Patrick's Day actually. It was near St. Patrick's Day, and I think they were versing the Sabres at the time with their old uniforms, and the Rangers like killed them. And I remember watching on the jumbotron. They had two Sabres fans on this jumbotron, and people were booing the shit out of them. And then they would go to two Rangers fans, and everyone was cheering, and they go back, and they were booing. And I remember they killed the Sabres this day. And I remember we left the stadium, and all I hear is everyone just as a kid, as a young kid, and this is how I knew hockey was sport for me because I loved it, was seeing all the Rangers fans leaving the stadium still chanting, "Let's go Rangers," and doing the clap and whatnot. And they're all still heavily into the game. And that's just like one of my favorite things that I think, when it comes to, when it came to hockey in general, that's got to be like one of my favorite moments I've ever seen. What's it called? And then my favorite moment on TV was when the Yankees lost to the Indians with the Nats on the field. That was crazy. I love that sport. I actually don't know if they lost.
You didn't watch that game.
I didn't watch that game. You're just looking at whatever the hell you're looking at. That's why I was like saying it.
No, I'm.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what the hell happened.
I know.
I know. I can't log into my Facebook.
Oh, good. You're banned from Facebook. I banned you off Facebook. No, my favorite moment in TV, like watching a sport, I think it has to be number one. Oh man, this is hard. I don't know how you chose one so quickly. I don't know how the hell you can do that. Like for me, my mind, like I'm wrapped around a couple of games here. But if I'm gonna go over it, I think it might be a little bit more recency bias. But I might have. Oh, you know what? Oh man, I'm so lost with it. I'm stuck between the
How do you not have this already locked and ready because of how much time you had?
Bro, because for me it's I'm so caught because I'm trying to remember what I like yelled for the most, and what I like went ballistic for.
It's not about what you yelled for the most, it's what memory, what recognize what's the word?
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with.
Stood out to you the most.
Yeah, I know. I know. I get it. I think my favorite sports moment has to be. I'm gonna go with an oddball one here because he's my favorite player of all time. That played for the Rangers especially. But I'm gonna go with Sean Avery waving his stick in front of Brodor's face and whatnot, and getting him completely pissed off. And them just them making the Avery rule because of it. Because Sean Avery is like my favorite player of all time. I loved him in the league, bro. He was so good. He was so fun to watch. And it's like when I think of someone that's like a pest, he's besides Marchand, he's like he's got to be the number one for me. I love him so much. He's got that ability to piss you off. I was stuck between the Martin St. Louis goal, them scoring like on Mother's Day and whatnot, shortly after she had just passed away, which was so iconic that he did. Or
didn't he have a hat trick that day too, or am I?
It might have been, I don't know. But I know, but between that or the man, there's plenty of others I can name. Carcillo going up to the Flyers,
the Flyers moment,
the Flyers moment where he just like stares them all down. The people are flipping him the bird, and he's just staring at them, cold stare, like Game 7. He's just all up on them. That was such a damn cool moment for me.
Him going up to the glass and just being like doing the
I love Carcillo from that moment. From that moment, I loved Carcillo. I was like, bro, sign him to like a max deal. I don't give a shit. put him on this team. That moment was so etched in stone for me. It was such a great time. And then my other one, man, I think it's so many. I think it's so many. It's the problem. I'm also caught between freaking round one against the Penguins recently, when the Rangers won in Game 7, coming back from 3-1 deficit, and Panarin, it's just dead silence. You can hear a pin drop. The Adam Fox back to Panarin, Panarin to Adam Fox back to Panarin. Panarin comes in, shoots, and then all you hear is the bang of the back of like the net and whatnot, like the little camera box back there, and it hits that, and then you just hear the freaking crowd chant, like roaring, and then Sam Rosen coming up going, the Rangers. Oh man, I can't, like, there's so many to choose from, but I'm gonna go one of my favorites, just because I feel like it was one of my core memories from when I was a kid, was Sean Avery waving the stick in front of Brodeur. Has to be like maximum amounts of like what I appreciate for it. So that's where I'm going at here. But yeah, so now I want to hear your least favorite. What is your least favorite moment in all sports history? Because you clearly wanted to talk about that, so let's talk about it.
It's a memory I want erased from my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I've told you this multiple times. It's the fact we were up. It's the fact that the Yankees were up 3-0 against the Boston Red Sox. And every game, something happened to the Red Sox. The Kurt Schilling's bloody sock that brought them into winning the first one.
Yep.
Then it was the David Ortiz home run that sealed the deal for the second one. And slowly but surely, the Yankees got reverse swept by the Red Sox. Oh God, that's one of the worst memories I ever have in sports.
I think for me, like one of my least favorites, because again, this is one of them where I have two of them, right? Like there's two curses that for me stick out the most, to where I was probably the worst off. But one of the biggest one has to be versus the Kings in the Stanley Cup Finals. Henrik Lundqvist getting scored on by Alec Martinez in overtime, and them just completely, losing the Stanley Cup Finals, and it looked terrible. And then seeing him just flat on his face in the ice and whatnot, it was not a fun moment for me to watch. That hurt so much to see them do that. That killed me. That absolutely killed me. And then going into the other one would have been watching Strome miss the wide open freaking net in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Wide open net, fans on it. Fans on it. Fans on it. Fans on it. And this is what he's been known for the entire time. And it sucks seeing it happen live. It sucks seeing it happen in that moment, because that goal could have changed everything for the Rangers. And they could have been against the Colorado Avalanche 2022. Had we seen that goal go in? Probably not, right? Probably not. But again, it could have. It could have absolutely changed the momentum of everything happening. But again, it shoulda, coulda, woulda, ifs and whatnot. But it just did not. It did not go the same. It did not go the same at all. But even besides that, man, like, oh man, I can't think of you. Can you think of a bad moment for football that you've watched that really sunk the deal for you? Like, was there one that really?
We have great Giants memories.
Yeah, we have great Giants memories. There's no like heartbreak. You know what? There is one actually. There is one.
No. Which one?
For the Giants, them going up against the Eagles, winning 28-0 in the fourth quarter, and then getting reverse swept.
That was regular season.
Still.
That was around Christmas. That's not a bad memory.
That's terrible. Are you kidding me?
When I think bad
oh my lord.
I think memories that happen in playoffs.
I think of whatever the worst moment for me to watch was. You kidding me? That was horrifying. Watching, bro, a punt return. Deshaun Jackson on a punt return.
He just owned us that day.
That killed me, bro. Oh my lord.
The punt return. The punt return made them win the game. It was the Deshaun Jackson moments that he had up to that that were killing us.
It was between that or the recent one with the Giants
I
and
mean,
the
listen,
Broncos. Killed
if
me.
I can think of any other worst moment that could possibly watch, I might get hate for from Falcon fans from this. But the 28-3 comeback.
Oh, that didn't hurt me at all. That was just crazy to watch. For me, it's not. I'm a sports fan. At the end of the
I'm
day, that was fun
saying
as shit to
no,
watch.
that just as a Falcons fan, that has to be one of the absolute worst moments you have in history.
Now, I think I've actually seen the debate. Is that still worse than the 29-point deficit that we just seen happen with the Knicks and the Spurs? Like, is it
No,
worse off? Like, meaning what
no.
ranks as number one as the highest deficit? Not deficit, but as the highest you
It's up
choke.
there, but I think what the Knicks had to do, they had 2 quarters to do that. Or yeah, 2 quarters to
I
do
mean,
that.
I mean, so did the Patriots. It happened after halftime.
Yeah, but you think that I don't know. It's Tom Brady, so I expected him to come back in some type of way.
Okay.
Like that's me. That's just me as a football fan. Like you weren't expecting Tom Brady to come back at all. You thought that game was dead on arrival after the Falcons went up
28-3?
28.
Yes, absolutely. 28-3. I was not counting on the Patriots coming back.
I mean, come on. This isn't the Patriot. This isn't the uh. Who was it? Was it the Ram? Yeah. Wait, was it the Rams that played the Broncos? That that uh that Peyton Manning fumbled. The Broncos
No,
just
no. That was the Seahawks. It was Seahawks versus that was 45-3.
yes, yeah. See, like something like that, like a 45-3. Then I would be like, oh, okay.
Cool.
Then that moment would be over this moment. But I just think the 29-point comeback is so much more
Okay.
than
Fair
what we
enough.
had to experience.
Fair enough. I don't know. I think for me, I still think the 28-3 is worse. I think that was like the more superior comeback. But the Knicks. It might just because it's recent. Maybe that's why I'm thinking it like that. Maybe a couple years when I revisit it, that might have to be something that gets looked on. But right now, I still think that the 28-3 in football is worse than that comeback. The Knicks have already done that before. They did it literally the round before. Like that doesn't happen every day in football though. It's not often that you're gonna see that. I mean, when was the last time? I can't think of the last comeback like that I've seen was what was it the Jaguars versus the Chargers in the first round. It was the wild card that year, and I remember that the Jaguars were down. I think it was again 28-0 in the first half. And then they came back and won and beat the Chargers. Like it was 31-28. They held them scoreless in the second half. I think to me it was
Yeah,
crazy.
that's what I was trying to do. I tried to go on Facebook to see if I posted the photo of my ticket of that year.
You could have just asked me. I could have just went to go look. It took you this long to search on the Facebook. You old man.
Yeah, I know. Okay, what can I say?
You old man. Oh my god. I could have just went to go look real quick. Lord.
The ticket was so cool though. It was Babe Ruth on the ticket. It was a great ticket. I don't know where.
What game was that for?
I had the photo. It was Derek Jeter's last
Oh,
year.
okay, gotcha. So his last. All right, I gotcha. Yeah, no, for sure. That was one of those ones. Actually, man, I had so many good memories watching like.
You want to know
games
why that moment is so engraved in my head?
because it was
Because he was the
year.
last of the core. No, it was the last year of the core. He was the only one of the core 4 remaining.
Yeah, it was him. It was him. Derek Jeter's last year. Any game you go to there is memorable immediately. I went to Derek Jeter's last year and he walked it off in the 10th inning. It's crazy. That's core memory right there.
I can't remember if it was the 10th inning.
They were clearly that much of a core memory for you then, huh? Get up. So it means just like with his Facebook account, it's going to take him 4 years and 7 scores to go.
No.
You might see a jump, and there might be a hard cut right here if Dan takes too long. I'm going to give him some time. Or I might play some Jeopardy music over this real quick just to see him go, just to see how long it takes him. I'm so curious. It's gonna take him a bit here to get this. I know. Sure. Do you remember his last year he played?
Oh my God, no.
Not a real fan. This is a Mets fan in disguise. 100%. 100% Mets fan in disguise. He even thinks Aaron Judge is the best Yankee to play in the Yankees uniform. That's the other thing here. If you ask him, he's very big on Judge. It's 2014. Okay, did you look up the other thing you were trying to look up? Stop getting distracted, Dan.
You're distracting me.
I'm not distracting you. Come on. This is not that key. It was either the 10th or the 9th inning. Whatever. At this point. Dan.
No, I'm
it does
trying
not
to
matter.
see if
it does not matter. I could look this up so fast. Oh my God. 2014 Yankees versus what was it? The Orioles.
Now it doesn't want to load when I click on ESPN.
Because you're clearly like not. I don't understand how you're still doing it. So it's a walk-off. So it has to be a one-run game, right? So it had to have been this game. Okay. So it was.
No, I don't remember if it was in September or if it was earlier.
Well, I mean, which one did he have?
Because it was a birthday gift. It could have been sometime in.
Okay, so your birthday is
Not
walk-off single, 9/25/14. Literally shows it right there. Walk-off Jeter Scripps walk-off single for in home finale.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and it was in the ninth inning.
Oh no, it wasn't that game. I didn't go to the last game. It was earlier.
9/25/14. It was in September, Dan. September. They played 6 times that year, and they were all in September. It was September 13th, basically to the 25th. It was 6 different games. It happened in September. It was the only game that's a one-score game in which they won. And Derek Jeter got a walk-off single, as you described. It did not take that long for me to search that up. You see how long it took you? And you're still not sure, and I already had the answer right in front of you. And they're at home for this one. It's the only one. Come on. Common sense right now.
Oh, no, let's skip this. Why are we talking about this? The World Cup just started. Who do you have as winning the World Cup this year?
Oh, very true. Who do you have winning the World Cup? I think this year it's going to go to France. I think they get their revenge.
Portugal.
Interesting. All right. Good topic to end off there. Hey, I'm glad we did that. That was a good question. I like that one. I didn't even think about that. That's good.
Hey,
right.
It's staring me right in the face on Google. It's the USA. Google's USA right now. I don't know how it's USA because we're.
Well, it's happening in MetLife Stadium. Well, it's going to be happening in MetLife Stadium. I think right now it's in Mexico until they get to there or whatever. So.
I think the finals are in MetLife and Los Angeles.
Is it only the finals?
I think the knockout stages.
Oh.
The knockout stages are in LA and New York.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Okay, interesting. All right.
I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know for sure. All right. Well, hey, thank you
USA
guys.
games tonight.
All right, fine. I'll watch it. We'll watch the World Cup, and we'll come back.
Not watch the Spanish version on Peacock. Oh my God! Watching. Listen, one thing I love about soccer. These Spanish announcers get so passionate about the game.
Oh, it's great.
So amazing. It's so amazing watching them. You watch the USA broadcast, it's so boring and stale. You watch the Spanish broadcast, oh my God, you can't understand one word they're saying. But the passion that they have is insane.
You would think I know it because, like, I literally aced the shit out of Spanish all throughout high school, and you would think I would know this stuff, and then I couldn't tell you.
One of my friends carried me through Spanish. Thank you.
I was so damn good in Spanish. I was like so great with it, and then I forgot all of it the
Listen,
moment I
it's
left.
not my fault, okay? I came in half the year during Spanish. I needed some help. She was dating one of my friends. She helped me. The help was
Oh.
the help was very appreciated.
Dan doing the old Spanish slide, trying to get in. All right, I understand. All right.
No,
We will
I'm not
talk.
like you that want to get with people's friends.
Get
Go,
out of
friends.
here. What the hell does that even mean? I've never never
Hey,
once.
you insinuated that on me.
Yeah,
I
okay.
turn it over to you now.
Nah, it's all because of you. It's not because of me. I never once have I ever. Don't you ever put that on me. All right. We'll see you guys again for another edition of the BSBN podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will see you guys again next week with another edition of the BSBN podcast. Let's go Knicks in 6 or 5, hopefully. And please, again, don't destroy shit. If they win or lose, let's have a good civil time. See you guys again next week for episode 36. We might be talking about their historic win coming up. See you guys later.